Moves the camera around.
Beautiful out. Man, it's gorgeous, eh?
Sucks to live in.
It sucks to live in BC, right?
Sucks.
So this goes like that, but this has this heavy magnet.
Yeah.
That I can put it on the inside, and it.
Oh, jeez.
But it can record like that. Welcome to the boat.
So nice here.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't this awesome? That's why I like doing it.
It's not a bad thing to do on a Sunday for sure, or any day off, I guess.
It's so nice right now.
Well, if I catch a lot of fish, I'm bringing these Crocs every time. If I don't, they're not coming out.
If you don't catch fish, it's my fault. I should know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I think there's
See,
a little bit of...
that's not a mosquito.
That's not, what is it?
That's a chronoman.
Oh, those things that you collect?
Yeah, the things that I tie. Yeah, you'll see how it all pans out. Where are you, fish? But like, if you look on the water, like, it's just algae.
Yeah. Is that
So
normal?
that's not usually when there's chronomids hatching. You see their body, like, their skeletons or their shucks
Yeah.
on top of the water.
You don't see any.
No. Spend half my day just searching for fish.
Well, you know
Makes
what?
sense though. Like, why are you gonna fish when there's no fish? Like,
It's true.
so that could be like an underground rock or underwater rock.
It's a lot easier to find fish and move than like when you're
Oh, then ice fishing, we have to wait for them.
And you have to bring your whole thing, your tent.
Yeah,
your
that
hut.
sucks.
Like that's hard. So when we find a place, is this thing long enough to anchor? Can we anchor?
Yep. So like, funny how those are like weeds and rocks and stuff. So like we're this far in the middle of the water and we're only 10 feet deep.
Oh.
So this is like a rock point or which can be pretty good.
Oh yeah, they could be hiding in there.
Well, it's just a place for their food to kind of start hatching. See those right on the bottom there?
Yeah.
You see a little like
Yeah.
tall? That could be fish. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a fish. Those are fish right there.
Okay.
So that is in front of us, 42 feet in front of us.
Okay.
So like that's our distance pointing that way. This is our obviously distance down. But see these? Those are cronies.
Oh, not flies.
That's
or not mosquitoes.
those they're good to see because that means we're getting closer
Okay.
to where they're hatching. We just gotta find where they're actually. You want to see them where they're wiggling up
Okay.
to the surface.
Like those things? Or?
Yeah. No, that's no, that's not it. I am seeing more bugs though.
So what's the etiquette on how close you can get to another boat?
Well, anchoring, you should not be. If both of you can cast and it'll overlap, that's way too close.
Okay.
And you should be, if you're gonna get close, be like, hey, is it okay if that,
Yeah, you're that close.
we can. But most, like even driving past, like you shouldn't be close to
Yeah.
anybody. So like this, see this thing?
Yeah.
This is the old shuck. So they already came up and they hatched and they shedded their exoskeleton. So that's probably from yesterday, not today.
So when you collect those samples, what is that for? Just to
That's
see what
for
kind?
color. So I know what color. That's why I tie so many colors.
Oh.
So like, see, there's a big one right here.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's for color and size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like it kind of, all that tells me is what size of chironomids to use. It doesn't tell me anything like the color or if they're here, because that could have been floating around all night and that kind of thing. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not relevant information, really.
So when we find a spot,
Yeah.
then you take a sample?
Well, we have to catch a fish first.
Oh, okay.
The hard part's catching that first fish to know. See,
to
that
use?
guy right there? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, there's a lot more bugs flying around here.
Yeah.
It's better. That means that they're hatching here. So when you put down your anchor,
Yeah.
obviously if it goes down real fast, it'll scatter the fish.
Yeah.
So
Go
just,
slow.
yeah. There's some times where you have to put it down quick, but
And how do I know how much line to give?
it stops when it hits the bottom.
Oh, okay. How often do they stock the lake?
Every year. That's why we buy your license, or buy your licenses, because it pays to stock the
The lake?
stock the lakes.
Yeah,
So this could be a good area, because if they're jumping here,
yeah.
that's 2 that we saw jump in this area.
Hopefully they're in this area.
Yeah. So, proper introduction here. We are fishing. It is July 8th, or June 8th. It feels like July 8th because it's hot. We are at Hatheueme Lake. We are just going to hopefully get some crawny actions. Heard that there's some bombers coming off, so trying to get my sister over here. This is Sue.
Hello.
First time she's been out fly fishing, period. She comes walleye fishing with us every now and then, but not too much for rainbow fishing. So we're going to try to get her on some rainbows. Here we go. Yeah, beautiful day. It's going to be scorching hot, so we'll see if we don't burn ourselves before we catch a fish. So that's what it is. This video I'm going to probably title How to Teach a Newbie to Indicator Fish. I think that'd be a good one. What do you think? Let's do it.
I think that's good. Let's go.
How to fish. Let's go. Okay, so
So you tied a fly on there?
I tied a fly on there. I have these little weights. So these little weights will tell me how far down to set my indicator.
Okay.
Like that's a big chironomid. You see that thing right here?
Yes.
That's why I put a big one on. It'll hopefully mimic that guy.
Oh, okay. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move that down into the water. It's gonna go to the bottom.
And I'm watching the
Well,
ball.
yeah. So then once it hits the bottom, that's where
You
the indicators, and I'm just gonna put it up about a foot. And then to set it, you just pull the peg out, make a loop of line like that, and you push it back in.
Okay.
But you don't want that loop of line to be too big.
Because you can see it.
No, because it'll snag your rod. So this one I'll cast out for you, just so I can show you how to do it. So the important thing with casting too is you want to have line out the front, like out of the rod tip,
Right.
and just. So you have to wait though. Like what I'm doing here, like I'm pulling it back, I'm waiting a second, then I'm coming forward, and that's enough for you to fish. So another thing too is when your rod's out there, you're not just leaving the line like that. You actually want to pinch the line against the cork like that. You want your rod tip down too.
Okay.
So like ideally you want your line fairly tight. So when you see your bobber go down, your hand's pinched on the line and you just pull up and set the hook.
Yeah, okay.
And set the hook. It's not like hard.
Yeah.
You can, but you'll probably break your line.
So just a
Yeah.
quick kind of
Just
flick.
just set it.
Okay.
And we'll worry about how hard and everything later on.
Okay.
So here. And there's a rod holder right in front of you if you want to use the rod holder.
So I just hold it like this,
Yeah, but rod tip down.
rod tip down, right?
But now you have all, because you pulled the rod up, you have all that
So I have
slack.
to reel
Yeah.
it in.
Reel it in, or you can strip it in and just pinch it with your finger. So when you're fighting the fish, so vice versa, because your hand is pinching the line,
Yeah.
so when the fish runs, just feather the line. Let the fish pull the line out,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of the hardest thing. So rod tip down. Like, yeah. Because if your rod tip's not down and like if it's in the air and you're trying to set the hook and you have slack in your line, you're not going to set the hook.
So is that too much slack, or is that?
Usually I want it a little tighter, but there's a fine point where your line will keep coming closer and closer to you, which you don't want. You know what I mean? Because if you keep tightening it, obviously it's going to get closer and closer to you.
Right.
So just keep an eye on that, and then, yeah. So ideally, if you're going to set the hook, I'd like you to set the hook to your outside. If you don't have a fish on, you set the hook. If you set it straight at you, it's gonna fly right at you.
So you want to go this way?
Hopefully, just slightly to the side, so it kind of follows your rod tip again.
Okay.
But it's one of those things it's not intuitive. Like you just have to fish, get a bunch of bites, and then a bunch of times, and then you'll figure out, like what to do, what not to do. Yeah, exactly. So what we try to do here is actually one person cast to one side, the other person cast to other side, and with different patterns to see what pattern will work, what depth, because they might be, on your side it might be only 5 feet. On my side it might be 10 feet.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure you cover a bunch of different depths. That's why live scope's nice, because I can tell if it's shallow over there or if it's deeper over here, and vice versa.
What are you at, 8?
But you can see there's nothing on the live scope, so
No.
that's it. That's why it's important to find fish where we are, because we're stationary. Because if there's nothing, then there's nothing. Like,
and there's nothing right now?
no.
So is that too much slack?
It is, but there's like the wind will make that, right? That's kind of the point. So there's something called a mend. You probably saw it in one of your videos. Mend is when you just pick your line up and you kind of reach over this way I'll show you.
To bring it over?
To bring that line, because you don't want that line in front of me, because it'll interfere with mine.
Right.
So you want to bring your rod tip down, you want to raise and just kind of flick it that way.
Oh,
to kind of bring your line that way.
That way, okay.
Yeah. But once I'm done, this will recast yours. And here.
So you just sit the rod.
So pull that tab that's in front of you up. We're going to recast ours. Don't put it in there.
No, but this one?
Yeah. So pull the rod. Yeah. Turn it so it goes upwards.
Oh, upwards like this?
No, this on the rod, on the rod holder, push it up like that. And then you put your rod like that. On the cork part of your rod, put your...
Oh, this part.
Yeah,
Okay.
put the line out the right side, and then just put the rod through there. And just push it down. There. And it holds the rod.
I should reel this in?
No, don't reel it in, because you got to strip out the line anyway, so just leave it. All right, we're fishing.
How tight? Like, so it's a straight line?
Well, look at mine. Like, when you see your bobber go down, I usually pull in a couple of strips. That's good. It'll just keep coming closer. Keep your rod tip down, or else it'll keep pulling it in.
Okay, so you go like this.
Put it on top of that metal piece. Yeah, push down. There. Rod up. Hold your rod up. Easy, nice and easy. If you just pull your rod up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he pulls, just let your let him pull. Just keep that line tight. Good. Doing good. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Pull. Pull. Reel.
Reel?
Yeah. Okay. Stop reeling, because he's pulling. Yeah. And just keep it up. Just let the rod do the shock absorption. So if he pulls, pull.
So now reel?
Yeah,
oh.
Reel a little bit. But so you have your anchor rope down there, right? So you might want to just turn a little bit.
There it is.
Yeah, you're doing good. Just if he pulls, let go of the reel and let him pull. Oh, let go. Nice. Perfect. Now point him to the left.
To the left?
Yeah, we want him on this side. Nice fish. Yeah, tight. That's why you have to keep your rod up.
Oh, okay.
Don't put it down. Stop reeling. Stop reeling. You reeled too much.
Oh, okay.
You want to use that bending rod. Pull. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Nice.
Good job. Nice work.
They're not bad size.
Beauty of a fish. Not bad size. That's a great size. It's a good fish. And even better is it's big enough for us to sample. Let some line out.
Okay.
Lots.
What?
Yeah. Like 3 more of those.
They're good?
Yeah, that's good. Nice fish.
So in his face or in his mouth, is that what you...
Yeah, so here, I'll show you. So I'm going to take the hook off first. Okay.
Oh, it is pretty big.
It's big. So what I want you to do is I'm going to get you to
Hold it?
to let it go. You don't have to hold it high. All you do is with your left hand, I want you to grab its tail like this. Just like this with your left hand. And I just want you to put your hand underneath his chin.
Okay.
And then just hold on. Give me a sec.
That is huge.
Okay. Hand just right around the tail. Don't squeeze too hard, and put your other hand under his jaw. Put the corner of his nose in between your thumb and your index finger.
Let him go?
Yep. There you go. Yeah,
wow,
good
cool.
job. One of these.
That's pretty cool. Awesome.
Good job. That's what a first fish. Seriously, that's
pretty big.
that's sick. That's like we could go home now.
Oh,
like, yeah. What a great first fish. It was beautiful.
Wow. So let them go if they...
Yeah.